today's ninth week of the international business. So we only remain 1 week. Include this one and 3 weeks more. So anyway, today we will review the international business functions. In the business, there are many kinds of functions for your successful business or management. So it's adapted in the international business, also same thing. So today I will introduce the business function with definition through the 15 examples. So let me show that the management functions. Okay, here you go. This is for business function with sometimes we say the business functions. Okay. Some case management and business. What is the difference between management and business? Now it's not the class introduction to business. So today class I would say it's the same thing. So you are using the confusion is okay. So anyway, the business functions consist several kinds of factors. First, stepping includes HR, human resource part, hire and relationship, leadership, include that. Directing is to make hierarchy or operation system. And controlling is also the CEO, super manager, the low levels, how can they control each hierarchy? And the planning, who makes the planning? And how can we operate the planning? And the organization, how can we consist of the organize to make goals? So there are many kinds of sectors in the management functions. So the definition is the business functions are a high level grouping of the company's capability and processes that describe its works. So business function ensure an organization runs properly and does well for its customers, employees, leaders, and shareholders. So mostly company have registered in the New York Wall Street. So consumer Nasdaq or SPA, 500 index company. So the registered company have shareholders. How can they control or make communications with shareholders is also a very important area for business functions. Also, leaders, it means each company has some organization chart, that is CEO and vice CEO and director, and manager, and then workers. So how can they make some leaders? So related in the leadership. So many people hire the company related employees. There are many employees. Also, the important target is customers. So the business functions relate with customers, shareholders, employees, leaders, things like that. So that kind of options, functions for the related planning, control, directing, stepping, organizing. Some practices suggest, last time I said plan, do, see, and so plan, do, see is very simple, the circulation. There are two means include the stepping, directing, controlling, organizing included. And the planning is plan. And C is the feedback and the recalculate and rerouting for direction to goals, to make a goals. So plan to see is very simple business functions. Also, international business is also adapting this theory. How do we make exports to other countries? And there are many factors in here to doing is, for example, the logistics and the tariff problem and production style. Lots of factors in doing part. And the C means feedback and make us accumulated. There are many accumulated data and information and recalculate the plan, next plan, or just applies next plan. This circulation is developed for international business functions. This is for same business functions, okay? So today I would like to introduce the 15 functions example to make business, international business functions. So briefly, I explained the business function approach for very easy to marketing. So a company can have a primary business function or may say several. There are several kinds of functions. So it is common for companies to break down their functions across 3 levels. Very simply, break down. When they are the service providing business, some company gives a product or services. That's fine. Take this example, marketing plan, marketing firms, the level of the offerings, for example, the level 1, for example, level 1 is marketing. And level 2, or second level is promotions. And level 3 or level 3rd is social media, social media advertising. And graphic design. So it means this one. Something like the pyramid style. For example, the business functions marketing. So level 1 in here, level 2, level 3 in here. So first, they decide the marketing plan in here. Marketing. There are many kinds of marketing plan. How can we sell value and promotion and some service, after service AS, and push to market, and how do we get sales method. For example, department store, or wholesale, and retail. Lots of marketing plan here. And then their level 2 decides the one function's promotion. For example, promotion among the marketing, several kinds of functions. So promotion, how can we do the promotion? In front of the department store, and then some employees sell direct meet the customers and communicate it, and then give to some gift or something like that. You know, that's a promotion. So this is a level 2. And the more detailed level business function is social media advertisement or graphic design. So this is more detailed functions in marketing. So below down means this is for high level. For example, CEO decides the marketing. We need the marketing plan to enlarge our companies. And the second level, manager levels decide the promotion, including the marketing. And the low level decision maker or the designers, and then social media employees decide how do we social media advertising, and also graphic design, something like that. So this is for understanding or hierarchy of business function, director. So this is for example of the marketing firm, the level of the offerings. So level 1 offering marketing, level 2 offer promotion, and level 3 also offer social media advertising and graphic design, for example. These things is for function, business function. So let me show you the example, 15 example of business functions. This is help for your understanding business functions. Okay, let me make a large here. Okay, let me show you the how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just 10. But I introduced the 15 example of the business functions. This for example of the 10 business examples. But the title is the function area in business. So first, administrative function. It includes the operating, and the customer service function. It includes the marketing area. Distribution function is logistics. The financial function is financial part. Human resource function is organization part. ICT function. ICT means international information, communication, and technology. Say again, information, communication, and technology function. And the marketing function is also sales function, and production function is make product, service and goods, and the research and development function. These things is also another example of the business functions. Okay, so today I will introduce one by one 15 examples of the business functions. This is a list of the 15 examples of the business functions that are primary focus, which is first thing for company or the department within. First, strategy. There are many kinds of functions, but this is for hierarchy. Hierarchy means who decides, who make the function. So first, let me introduce 15 strategy. This is very high level of functions. So strategy form of departments develops a strategy, approach, and way to implement change for a company. So strategy-based businesses help others reach their goals and objectives through thoughtful planning, decision making, and risk assessment. So, okay, let me introduce the risk assessment. Risk assessment means is there in the markets there are many risks. Okay. If we have to explain the situation in the business or markets, the status sorting two kinds of risk and uncertainty. And certainty. Certainty means in the markets, if I make some products exactly, perfectly sold this product in given time, given price, this is certainty situation. We don't have the certainty situation. So that's why I make some different line. Mostly it's uncertainty and risk. So that's why this business or economics is very difficult area. Uncertainty means if I make some product or services to the markets to make our goals or perspectives, goals or the objectives. Automatically, this product or services can sold out or not, how many sold, and how many remain in the inventory, something like that. Uncertainty. We don't know that. So how can we resolve or escape the uncertainty? Only probability. Probability is resolved a little bit on escape the uncertainty situation. Risky also escape the probability. So risky means if I make the new product in the new market and then the situation is very risky. Risky means very scarcely gather success in the market, the risk. And uncertainty is also same thing. So in the markets, always situation between risky or uncertainty situation. So there are many kind of methodology for escape the risky situation and uncertainty situation. So strategy is, as I said, very high level strategy and high level functions. So in the strategy include the thoughtful planning, decision making, and risk assessment. How can we control this? Decision making is very difficult area. So therefore, this subject is one subject in the master level for one semester. It's a very interesting area. Decision making is also my own main major part. So they discovered the strengths and weaknesses of company. Did you heard that the strengths weaknesses means the porous swap means last time I talked to you. in the market, SWOT analysis. So the strategy is very representative, the marketing strategy. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat. Anyway, later we go. And it is a company find its competitive advantage and plans how to reach business goal and objectives. For example, increasing revenue, expanding to new markets, or distributing internationally. For example, the common business strategies include horizontal or vertical integration. Horizontal and vertical integration. Later we will study this as a strategy subject. And diversification. In the world, also globalization, there are kind of the diversified situation and traditions and customer style. There are many kinds of that. So the strategy includes the diversification. And also the other example is market penetration or expansion. Penetration means directly makes a whole penetration. So market penetration is a little bit strength or the market expansion. And also social media engagement. Now it's very powerful marketing tools. And search engine optimization, search engines. Sales funnels. There are many kinds of sales funnels, ways. And cost leadership. And cooperative strategy partnerships, etc. There are many kinds of that. Let me introduce only one thing is cost leadership. Cost leadership. Simply I explained in the drink market. Coca-Cola increased the Coke price. And then Pepsi or other companies or very similar institute products is increase the drink price? Yes. And if they yes, it means Coca-Cola is leadership in drink market leaders in cost. So cost leadership means I can control the cost in the market. This is cost leadership. So this is very important concept of marketing. So second is finance. Finance is money. So finance and accounting firm or department handles business related aspect like the funding, budget, accounting, and the financial oversight. These things is financing. So business function is second level hierarchy positioned in finance part because money is important. Okay, let me introduce. If you want your own business, there are three things. Your own business. Need three things. One thing is technology. The other one is capital. Other is management. So three factors consist of your own business or new business. It means you need to technology. It means if you want your own restaurants, you have to have a technique. Okay, I have experience of the restaurant. Okay. So if I own restaurant business, I need for some technique. Or if you don't have the technique, you have to hire the technician for So technique first, and kept how many invest your money in your own business. Kept from your wallet, from pocket, wallet, or borrow the bank. And more important factors is management. How can you control these things, and then you can reach the successful your own business. It's same as just in the large companies also same thing. There are many kinds of angel companies. There are new technology, big data, AI, everything. So in the San Jose, there are many kinds of the angel capital there. So even if we have their very excellent technology or patents, they need for capital. They need money. So there are many kinds of angel capital for related venture business in this something. Anyway, the capital from bank or some investors. So capital, money, and technology. But these factors is not enough for successful your objectives or goals. More important factors is management. How can we control, how can we operate the capital and technology and build up the new own business? This is for your own business or new business. Say, even if you open the sandwich shop or hamburger shop. This is for small businesses, even small businesses adapted this way. Which factors is more important? Management. So some years ago, report, I don't remember the exact numbers, but most venture business to get a successful only 4 to 6% only, because they are failed for reason. First reason is management. They don't have the management. They can borrow the money from bank is already easy. Technology is also easy there, but they need for management expert. How can they control, operate their business? So more important factors is management better than technology and capital. Anyway, come back in here. Finance part also process tax payment, file tax returns, invoice customers, distributed employee paycheck, and track paid time off. Paid time off. So paid. PTO. Paid time off. You know that the paid time off. So paid time off means is the vacation time. So if you have some employee situation, there are some terms paid times off. So if you don't have work, and then you need some pay salary. So this is for paid off time. Also we call it PTO or personal time off. This is an employer provided benefit. The employers compensates employees during their absence from work. If you don't work, and then the employers paid something for salary or money. So employees use the PTO. Paid time off for a variety of reasons, such as sick time, vacation, personal appointment, or some duty free or something. So company often use PTO as an alternative to offering specific vacation time, sick time, or personal days. There are many different policies companies might have regarding how the PTO works. And one of the more common method businesses uses accruing hours within a bank. So there are type of PTO. we introduce paid family leaves. It means that when you need time away from work to tend to the family members, such as the birth of the baby, your employer may continue to pay you during your absence. This is paid family leave, for example. And paid sick leave. This PTO policy enables you to take time off when you are addressing a health concern. This is for paid sick leave. Paid bereavement leave. After loss of the loved one, you can take a bereavement period to make arrangement. Most cases we can understand the Asian area thing. If you divorce that and then the company compensates some payoff. Really interesting. Anyway, in the United States. And paid holidays. You know that holiday. The company observes the holidays. The company recognizes all employees receive the compensation during the holidays. The company accrues for observance. There are a little bit different traditions in the Western and Oriental. And floating holidays. Floating holidays grant you the opportunity to either take them day off or save the PTO for another occasions. It's floating holidays. It means it's switch days and some specified days. The employees, the company compensates the day of it. And the jury duty. Jury duty, as you know, is in the United States very unique. Federal mandatory required to report for you duty free, and your employer may pay you for the day you are all away from the work. Duty free is or sometimes it's prohibited. I received some duty free report from the judges, and I ignored it. It's illegal. So if you get a citizen, there are some letters from court. You have to attend the jury duty, and then by call or by email, I explain I very difficult time or I have very short English, so I can't attend the duty free or something, and then waive that. What's a very interesting story is if you choose the duty free, you take your own country novels or any newspapers, and then the court decides think about you can English very well, and then I say I don't know what do you say. And something like that, and then okay, you go back home, and then the one day is off. So the formal schools, most people just specific day off one day and take a rest. Very interesting. Anyway, this is for duty. And the other paid time off is the vacation time. But as you know, the vacation is mostly well-organized company start 1 week first, or 2 days starting, and then accumulated the vacation time. As you know this, so it's very similar vacation time to PTO. But it is more specific and often used as a break from work. Some companies allow their employees to use PTO for vacation. A little bit confusion using the PTO and vacation. I consider vacation time to be a separate concept. More organized companies is very good. Separate concept and then adjusted their company rules. Anyway, the very important thing is only one thing is the mental health day. It's very unique days. So mental health day means is you take a day off from the work, specific reason for the purpose for relieve the stress or some other mental problem. So the joke example is I have to call to people working, and I call to boss, and I say this. I'm sorry, my boss. Today morning and yesterday, I have a fighting with my husband, and then I cannot work today. That's it. This is a mental health day. Very allowed. So if you are the boss or managers, if you call something like that, and you have to do okay, no problem. You take a rest, and stay home. Because the reason is, if some employees coming to work with very high stress, it's not good for working style, working situation. That's why if you have something big stress or trouble, your day off is better. So most companies think about these mental health days. Mental health days includes a vacation or PTO, depends on the company policy. It's different. So anyway, they are some finance part also. If I have sick, and then how do they compensate the finance part? That's why I introduced that. Okay. So also a little bit more information for you guys. In the United States, the vacation time is PTO using that very detailed hourly, daily, bi-weekly, weekly, semi-months, monthly, yearly. 6 kind of the vacation time time: hourly, daily, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, monthly, weekly, yearly, or weekly, 7. So there are 7 kinds of the vacation time style there. Okay, and the sales and marketing. The third business functions: sales and marketing. Normally, things more wide concept, include the sales and the promotion and something like that. The marketing is more big concept instead. But there are some books or the functions we separate sales and marketing. It's different. Okay, wait. Sales and marketing. The sales and marketing businesses or teams promote the company to connect with the potential investors, clients, customers, or sponsors with the goal of the building brand awareness and generating revenue. So sales means the target is client or customer. Later, if we have some chance to marketing class, I will introduce what is the difference between client and customers. So a little bit different, and confusing using is okay. Anyway, sales and marketing. So the beauty of the marketing firm or department includes, for example, production, packaging design, event and media planning, event is for sale, promotion, something like that. Influence marketing. Nowadays, social network marketing is more important tools nowadays. So influencer, email marketing also. These things is third level business functions, sales and marketing. And next, research and development. R&D. First important function of the international business is research and development. R&D firms or department lead innovation. You heard many times for innovation. Especially in the political part, they are innovation. Innovation means is offset and then change all of them or something like that. So innovation is also needed in the marketing part. Also research and development. The representative innovation output is the smartphone. So anyway, the R&D goes with the futures marketing. So they are invest for innovation to set up the bid of company. And they are conduct market research, industry comparisons, and trend identification, product development, and business experimentation to help the company determine the new products or services. Anyway, the reasonable understanding R&D need for business functions. Let me introduce the story in Germany. Germany nowadays, which country is the biggest manufacturing country? First, United States. Second, China. Third is Japan. And fourth is Germany. And 5, 6, India. And Korea. This is the ranking of the production, manufacturing countries, total volume also. So total volume is the top is manufacturing countries, United States and China, Japan, Germany, India, Korea, according to the time is numbers 5, 6, 7. Anyway, the Germany is, as you know, after World War II, the West Germany and East Germany is combined and one country. And then more good chance for develop the manufacturing system from very low level employees from the East Germany. So the Germany very quickly developed the country manufacturing system. In the meantime, it means 3 to 4 decades, the Germany did not invest R&D for futures market. And nowadays, Germany is going down to 9 or 10th rankings because they didn't invest for innovation, research and development. So nowadays, some people go to get a job in the West Germany and then getting job and make money and very satisfied their living satisfied. And then nowadays it means after 20 or 30 years later they know the money. And nowadays Germany youth generations didn't like the participate manufacturing Also, China is also facing because the inflation of the high education level. So, as you know, the China unemployed rate is almost 25%. It means if some university students graduate 100 guys, and then only 75 guys get a job. But problem is that they don't satisfy the new job. So maximum of 8 months or 1 month, 1 year within 1 month or I don't know, within 8 months or 1 year, yeah, lay off or they stop to work because they don't satisfy the situation or salary any kind. Also, but in the China have many kind of job opportunity in the manufacturing company. But already the high inflation of high education level. So if some guys graduate the bachelor level, but they don't want to get a job in manufacturing company because they very low job and low conditions and circumstances not good for futures, future. So futures is not good. So they don't want to do the manufacturing job. That's why the unemployment rate is almost 25%. So nowadays the Chinese authority no more announced for that index thing. So nowadays nobody knows it. The China unemployment rate. This is also problem. If we have a chance, I explain the Japan. Japan is a little bit different situation. They are lost 30 years or something like that. So also the Korea is not same thing, same situation. India is a little bit survived the manufacturing ranking only China. So R&D is very important reason or functions futures company goals. Okay, and the next level is IT, information and technology. IT. When I was studying in the university, I never noticed information or technology. Only 2 to 3 decades, they are very going up the high position in the business functions. So the IT is very important area of the company goals. So as you know, the information technology is about the development and operations of applications, system, and hardware and software. So first time I have some personal computer PC is after bachelor. And I was the master level. I bought my own PC, very old version. But nowadays, most students get this very simple computer systems, so it's easy to approach the IT software. So let me introduce one thing is how can we divide the engineering and science. Some students computing for your children. What is it? Computer engineering, computer science, what is different? Computer engineering is the something hardware side. For example, this is software. Also, science means application. It means this is a theory. This is how can we use the hardware through the software? This is computer science. Science is application part. So if we develop the engineering is more powerful powerful hardware and so speedily and touch screen, something like that. It's engineering. Computer science part is how can we use that? The software. We develop software. That is application part. So it's a Korean saying it's 응용. This is theory, 이론. This different area. For example, in the finance part, also financial engineering. We cannot say the financial science, just finance. And financial engineering, it means is in the Wall Street, they make some new product. This part is a financial engineering part, hardware something like that. And then how do we adjust it or apply the new products? This is for financial part. So if your children want to experience or make money in the super riches in the Wall Street or San Jose, which is more powerful, riches or science part? Hard part or the engineering part is a little bit lower than computer science part. So if your children choose the which part, you can decide that my children is a little bit more close to the theory part or more close to application part, and then decide the major. Okay, come back to our part. Okay, next level of business function is consumer service. Especially consumer service is related to marketing part. So AS, after service. Consumer service companies or departments manage the relationship a company has with its customers. So they have handled customer questions, purchase, returns, or issues, and are highly skilled in communication or some conflict management, complaint, empathy, and patient. Why we say this empathy? Empathy means a little bit different in the dictionary. So empathy means even if I'm very angry for the customers, and then I come down and give 2 or more chance, something like that. For example, in the Costco, last school students wants to camping the 10 days with friends, and I recommend that there are some place and some issues of the camping life, and then they bought the customer tent, and they're using the 10 days, and then they return to Costco. It's possible story? Possible. So it's very unethics. And sometimes we approach that, but surely we approach this situation to the Costco. Costco shows to the tent in the markets, and then customers bought it, and then they complain or was using after using anyway they did that. Costco returns to the everything perfectly. So who has losses? Manufacturing company is take over the losses, because already the principles includes the return rate. Okay, my company tent about 10% of return rate. they knows it. Okay, we sell 100 tents through the Costco, and then 10 tents among 100 is returned to Costco. And then they cannot resell this one because they are already, need again the boxes or something like that, and they are a little bit damaged them. So 10% is their record through the big data or something, accumulated data. So already 10% loss is already includes the principles. So that's why Costco or the tent company no loss system, because the other 90% customers already covered their return rate. So if you have some tiny complaint or products, return or change, then anything is okay, because they are already manufacturing cost principles include that kind of cost. Okay, but it's something conscious and proud. It's another story. Anyway, manufacturing calculate the data by return rate also nowadays. This is a little bit similar example. For patience. Patient means even if you are very angry, you have that. So in the United States style, is that okay? If I have something very unpolite staff or clients, but I said it's okay. What is your boss? I don't want to say to you. Can you call to my boss? Your boss? What is your boss? Or something like that. This is American style. So anyway, this is customer service is very high level business functions nowadays. So in this case, the customer service representatives means is meet the client or more customers. They have to provide service and appointment information to customers. This is very important functions of the customer service representatives. Also, knowledge of customer service practice and principles. It means is if you get a job in sales part, and it will take time to accumulate your technique, practice, and then accumulate your knowledge and representatives. Also, there are management and resolve consumer complaints. How can you resolve the customer complaints? Even if the empathy and patience and like that. So these things is main job of the customer service representatives. Okay. Now 11:30. Okay, one more. I have 15 functions. Okay. Next week is the last class of this quarter. So there is one more, and then 8th to the 15th, I go to next week. Okay, anyway, one more. Human resource. Human resource, HR. In the business, major have some HR, human resource, and OR, operations research, organization leadership, and marketing, and accounting, and finance, and HR, marketing, accounting, finance, last time MIS, 6, management science, or operations research, and which one? 6 or 7. HR, human resource, business major consists of human resource part is related people, organization, and leadership. All of them is related there. So HR and organization part is very oldest major of the business major, and marketing, as you know, marketing, accounting, very simple, and plus and minus is okay. And finance is very powerful major in the several decades, because it's most of the company relate with money capital flow. MIS very famous major in the business part, but nowadays it take out because the management science and operation part is covered there. And management science and operation research is my major part. This is related to my major. So these things is the business major part. So human resources, they are very important hierarchy of functions in the business function. Also, the international business functions. Okay. So, thanks for coming, guys. And tomorrow, next week, I will introduce more ACE functions, and I have planned to review all introduction to international business part. Okay. So thanks for coming. If you have any question,